There is an elephant in the room. There is. As long as you don't talk and deal with the question of migration, and it is not there in the program, for me, this is a sociology conference. Deal with the question of migration. Please do.
Xenophobia in South Africa. Where did it all begin? South Africa is burning with tension. From Dudula protests at clinics and schools to Premier Panyaza Lesufi vowing to demolish informal settlements he claimed are filled with foreigners, to factory workers in Roslyn demanding that companies stop hiring migrants. One thing is clear, immigration is now at the center of our politics. But the question is, how did we get here? Why do so many South Africans see foreign nationals as enemies rather than neighbors? Today, we go back to the roots of xenophobia in South Africa. To understand xenophobia in South Africa, we need to start with our history. Under apartheid, the system divided people into rigid categories, insiders and outsiders. Millions of black South Africans were even treated as foreigners in their own land through the Bantustan system. At the same time, the mining and farming industries depended on migrant labor from countries like Mozambique, Zimbabwe, and Malawi. This created a pattern. Foreigners were tolerated only as cheap workers, but rarely accepted as full members of society.
South Africa has a particularly interesting migration position within Africa due to its geoeconomic factors and its relative stability. We do see South Africa as a major migrant receiving country in the region.
When apartheid ended in 1994, there was hope that we would build a rainbow nation. But reality hit hard. Poverty remained, unemployment rose, and the government struggled to deliver housing, electricity, and basic services. Instead of addressing these systemic problems, leaders often pointed fingers at immigrants. The idea that foreigners are taking our jobs, our houses, and our opportunities became an easy excuse.
Satani, the devil sent other devils here to this country to come and sell drugs to our children, to come and sell body parts of our people, to come and take the jobs of South Africans.
Mackenzie says nothing will convince him otherwise when it comes to undocumented foreign nationals.
They are gonna go home. Alakan hays to gaan. Abahambe. We don't want illegal foreigners here. Where the PA, after we've been sworn in, I'm going straight to Rahima Musa Hospital, where we're going to switch off the oxygen of illegal foreigners.
We saw the consequences. In 2008, South Africa experienced one of its darkest moments. Xenophobic violence swept through townships. More than 60 people were killed and over 100,000 displaced. The images shocked the world, but it didn't stop there. In 2015, attacks broke out again in Durban and Johannesburg. Shops were looted, homes destroyed, and foreign nationals beaten simply because of where they were born.
The aftermath of violent looting and sacking of foreign-owned stores. Shop glass smashed. The attacks both wanton and premeditated. The owners fled for their own safety. They are not insured, and in cases like these, they count the cost.
I lost everything. They got IDs, they got a passport, and they got the clothes, and they lost everything.
Many fled to a nearby police station. They now fear returning.
I was scared of to back that shop, the actual.
Several shops have now been closed. Some have employed heavy security.
Most people, they say that they will come. When they are passing with taxis, they say that, no, Zobuya, you see. So we still living afraid. We don't know what will be happening.
Residents have blamed criminal elements for the attacks.
This abuse against foreign nationals is wrong. They were supposed to talk with them and ask them to leave instead of taking their belongings.
These people help us a lot. We are able to buy from them. They did no harm to us. This is painful.
Police have been deployed to stricken areas.
We are increasing our deployment because we have established that most of these incidents, they happen during the night and in places like informal settlement near the hostels. We want to make sure that we are more visible at night.
Every election season, the issue comes back. Politicians, instead of solving unemployment or fixing corruption, blame immigrants. Even today, we hear promises to remove foreigners from jobs, from clinics, from schools. This rhetoric doesn't just create division, it fuels violence. It also breaks international law. South Africa signed treaties to protect refugees and asylum seekers, yet many face unlawful arrest, endless delays in getting documentation, and even denial of medical services.
Get your papers in order or leave. That's the Gauteng Premier's message to undocumented foreign migrants. In a scathing address to a Gauteng ANC meeting, Panyaza Lesufi laid bare 8 critical struggles plaguing the province, one of them being illegal immigrants.
Comrades, we can't have an informal settlement where over 65% of its citizens are undocumented foreign citizens in our own country. It must come to an end. We must be very firm on these things. And no one must characterize this otherwise. There is no country that can agree that you have people that you don't know who they are, where they come from, where they sleep, what they do, and they are in our country doing as they wish. That period of honeymoon must come to an end. We must be very firm. You document yourself or you leave us in peace. Our hospitals are overflowing when South Africans are requested to come with an ID document to identify themselves. They don't have to identify themselves but expect to be serviced.
But behind the politics are human beings. I spoke to an asylum seeker from the DRC who has been waiting almost 8 years for his papers. In that time, he has been stopped and harassed by police, unable to find stable work, and yet still tries to contribute to his community. Many foreign nationals run spaza shops, build houses, and even work as doctors and nurses in our hospitals. They are not just taking, they are also giving.
Actually, when we saw the people, they come to fight with us, they want to take, we are grocery, everything. They say they must go, we don't want any more, they want to fight with us.
If that person did something wrong, I mustn't be included on that one.
In another dark day in the country's proud history, as condemnation, local and international, streams in.
Xenophobia isn't only about foreigners. It's about poverty, inequality, and government failures. Until we face the real causes, corruption, joblessness, poor service delivery, we'll keep repeating this cycle of violence. So I want to hear from you. Are foreign nationals really to blame for our problems? Or are politicians using them as scapegoats for their own failures? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's have the conversation South Africa needs. Don't forget to subscribe to Inkare It's Time so that you don't miss the next episode where we dive into the rise of Operation Dudula, a movement that is taking xenophobia from the streets to our clinics, schools, and workplaces. Thanks for watching and take care.